This is Jace LeJeune from Gridiron Football. I'm here with my security team. I'm just kidding. But this is all these offensive linemen on the West team. And this is a good chance to talk, too, because you get a chance to know each other, because playing on the offensive line is all about chemistry. So these guys get to know a little bit about each other and what they bring to the table. And then to my far left, Reagan Bolin. I know y'all got a chance to look at these commitment articles and stuff throughout this whole process. And Reagan for Northshore, representing Northshore this year, to talk about the season and individually, what kind of season you think you had this year?
Well, as a team, we did pretty good. We made it to the second round of the playoffs. We lost, though. But as an individual player, I feel like I did very good. It was my first ever time starting for varsity football as my senior year, and I felt like my first game, I went in there with some butterflies, but then after the first snap, it just shot off from there, and I felt like I did great the whole season.
And since it is your first year playing varsity football, I mean, you're really a sleeper because this is your first year really playing. So
Yes,
this is an opportunity on the national stage to show your case, your talents. What you're trying to prove this week?
Well, I just know that without football, I don't really feel like I have anything else to do, and the opportunity presented itself to play again, and I had to take that opportunity.
Okay, that was good, Reagan. And then Micah Marceaux as well, representing Gueydan. So you're only representing for Gueydan High School out there in Gueydan, Louisiana. And Micah, same question about you. What do you think you did individually this year? If you had to really, it's kind of hard to do because you're in a group, position where you're pretty much judged as a group. But individually, how do you think you did this year?
I think I did better than I did last year, and I've been playing varsity football since I was a sophomore, so I got a little bit more experience than some of the people in that position. But by myself, I think I did better opening holes for our running backs to get a lot of yards and score a lot.
And not a lot of people know about you. I mean, I'm sure some in your local community, but you're a good baseball player as well. So, I mean, a guy that big, that as athletic as you are, what are some things that you take from baseball to football? I know that they're two different sports, but what do you take from baseball to football?
Having fast feet, good hand-eye coordination. I play third base, so you got to be a little bit quick on right there. But I also play first and I pitch, so I got a little bit of better core because of the pitching and the mechanics.
Yeah, that's good, Micah. And then this is a guy I can go on and on about because literally I've seen him play the last 2 years, every single game, announcing games for Episcopal, for VSN, and that is Cale Buhler. And Cale, good to finally talk to you one-on-one. I know I've called a bunch of your games from the press box, and I got to see a lot of you. But not me, talking to a lot of the guys that haven't seen you play. What are some of your strengths of your game playing at Episcopal High School?
I came in as a freshman, and I had to play right off the bat, so I had to grow up fast, had to get that mentality early, and I feel like that helped me develop into my senior year where I was the only returning guy, offense and defense, So having to step up in that role where you got to teach everybody everything that the coach isn't going to go over, it really helped me grow as a person and really helped me, help my mindset to where I could be better at the game.
Yeah, you had a really good run, and I was covering it a lot for y'all. I mean, two, I think, back-to-back. Oh, really? I think it was like 3 straight undefeated district championships.
We had 1 loss in 3 years.
Yep, 1 loss in 3 years. So, I mean, it's very incredible what y'all did the last couple of years. And I'd like to mention, because you were the only guy that you had to replace pretty much the whole offensive line, defensive line. So, what really, as far as, you being rewarded for that opportunity because of everything that you did this year, what you're trying to prove to everybody that outside the state what you can do, because you really did help carry the load this year on the offensive defensive line for Episcopal this year.
Yes, sir. I mean, I don't know. I want to prove that small schools can make it big. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I came from a big school and I moved to a small school because of education, and I feel that it didn't necessarily help me on the athletic side because of smaller pool.
Sure.
But the coaches there, they really helped put my name out there, help me out a lot with that stuff. So I feel like coming out here and playing against the best is going to get me further out to where I want to be.
Yeah, I got to call off his pancake box over the last couple of seasons. And speaking of really big fish in small ponds, I mean, even though it's a pretty big small pond at Oak Grove High School at Payne Hagan, And Payne, I mean, it's been incredible what y'all done. I mean, just, moved up to 2A technically, but y'all went back to 1A, but y'all won, 3 state championships in the last 4 years. What is it like to be really a part of that since your freshman year? Because you really started, all 4 years, really, for pro.
It was pretty crazy, We had freshman year, we had a crazy team freshman year. Really sophomore year too. Freshman year was a little rough start, then we kind of got the team chemistry going. Sophomore year, it was already there, everybody was put in place already. We went undefeated that year and won it, which probably the best year in school history, or one of them. And then, we had my junior year, which was a bit of a disappointment. We kind of fumbled it in the semis. And it should have been 4 years in a row, but, can't live in the past. Then you have this past season, which is obviously the highlight of my career, being my senior year, and then we win it again. And, it was a little rough start because we had a bunch of young guys kind of lacking the chemistry there, but then we kind of figured it out about halfway, more towards playoffs, and we got rolling.
And then you get rewarded as well in your last high school game. So really quickly, what you're trying to accomplish this week, Payne?
Really just to showcase, we're a small school, and just showcase that small schools can have big talent.
Yep, and then it turns out, I know this is 5A, but with the exception, it's, big talent in small schools. And then Payne, good job rocking that mustache, by the way, because I absolutely love it, and I am jealous of that mustache. But these guys, they're the guys up front, really get the spotlight a little bit because they don't really get the love and publicity, but we're going to give it to them here. You get to see these guys, the big boys up front, on Thursday for the Gridiron Football All-American Bowl.